can't right now.
Where?
Because
It's
I'm
in the
far.
chat.
Oh,
Lightning McQueen.
Hold up, I get another one.
Oh, you should make a one where, you know,
Alright.
staff.
I got the stream started finally. Fuck, man.
If you link us the stream, you know.
Yeah, I will. It's unlisted. I don't really know how the hell to give you guys a link if it's unlisted.
You just link us the stream.
Rex, you're losing a Starfleet.
I'm losing what?
Look at the meme.
Alright, I'll talk to you guys in a minute. You guys should be able to see whatever I talk about. Later.
Just link us the stream.
Hello?
Howdy.
Hey. So I was
So
talking.
what's up?
Well, I was talking to a few people, and we were wondering, you know, what's some issues? You know, there's just a few problems on the server, and I think you know that too. But what I ask you is, do you have a few minutes for us just to talk for a while?
Huh?
How much time do you have for us to talk?
Like an hour or two?
Without leaving. All right. I just want you to listen to what I'm saying and just really take it in, right? So I'm going to start off with Kale. And I'm going to talk about the server's issues. I spoke to, we're at like 7 people who have complained about the exact same thing, who are staff and who are not staff. Both of which. Also, I banned Mezzy for RDM and stuff for 3 weeks. To get started, I wanted to talk about Kale, and basically what I was gathering was he's a hothead. Now, basically, what Kale has been doing after speaking to a few people, Kale is a hothead. He cannot control his anger. He gets pissed off very easily. There was an example, a situation that happened recently where Umbra 104th had a fight a few years ago, and Kale. They both had a fight years back. Umbra said something to Kale, and then Kale apparently, or Umbra apparently said Kale's real name, and then this was proven untrue by Danny in the 104th. And this just helps prove the situation, or it helps
He
prove his
did.
hothead. He did?
Yeah, I
You
have video
proof?
proof.
Okay, well then. But,
Umbra said his real life name and complained about 6 years or something like
either way, there's still a lot of other situations with him being a hothead, and, I mean, I was talking to some people, and they were definitely, they were, you know, I was in that call for a very long time, 30 minutes, and they just told me over and over and over situations and examples of Kale just being an absolute hothead. And I can ask them as well if we need more proof about that.
Well, who?
What's that?
Who?
Who?
Yes.
Well, I mean, Rex is kind of the whole leader of this, who, thank God, I mean, look, you know, these people who I'm naming are only, I went to them to get help, to help the server out. Rex, you know, we have Twix, we have Mezzy, Zell, Corvo, Cypher, all those people, and a few others who I still haven't been able to message yet. Corvo I haven't been able to talk to either. Now, I have to look at my notes again. There was a lot of talking. What also happened was, Kale pretty much forced, commanders, or well, specifically Rex, to demote people as a super admin. What I believe the situation what he was trying to say was let me read
Yeah,
what my
I
notes
made
say.
Kale do that.
You did?
Yeah, Rex mass promoted a lot of people repeatedly. He was commander for a day, and there was
What
already someone
rules
at
do
the
we
rank of
have to
second
that
lieutenant.
though?
None.
Then that shouldn't have mattered. There's no
No, because I
structure.
personally talked to Rex about it, and I told him not to do it.
Then there's so let's move to something else. Well, actually, let me finish what I was talking about that though. We'll go back to Kale in a second. Now, Kale, I do believe Kale is disrespectful to Rex, but I'll get more examples on that one as well. So, one thing that was happening, Rex was targeted, and he was told, you're only allowed to promote one person every day, but other commanders were promoting a bunch of people very quickly. It's also a situation with Gecko, but I don't want to have another fight occur between you and Gecko, so I'm just not going to go through with that one yet. Now, something that we gotta figure out, though, is rules, Pinky, are a fucking problem. If there's no structure, there's no reason for anyone to follow the rules, I mean, you have to have written down rules that are super easy to follow. Let's say commanders are only allowed to promote 2 people a day if they're under sergeant. Something like that. They need to be written down, and we need to make sure people understand these are written down so that they can't be changed or altered, which was something that was brought up to my attention a few times, not just by the people I spoke to, but as in you say, oh, this is what happens, or what about goddamn fucking jetpack troopers, right? Yeah, they were told that they can fly in the ship at the meeting, and then they were told they weren't allowed to fly on the ship and were arrested by shock. So that's just an unorganized kind of thing that we gotta fix soon, because that's really making people pissed off, that the rules just aren't making sense, and as soon as we can get a structure, we'll do a lot better. So also, I wanted to point out why Kale was saying that Rex is retarded for resigning. As well, and we'll bring that one up, and then yeah, so in the jetpacks again, this is kind of going all over the place. But you understand kind of what I'm getting at there. With the rules, they need to be concrete, they need to be fully set, we need to have the foundation made, and once we can do that, we're good to go, and we don't piss off any other people. There's just been a few things, and a lot of people haven't really been happy with the server and where it's going, and of course you have been leading the server way better than I ever thought you would. I fucking never believed, whenever I joined the server, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was like, alright, the server's going down tomorrow, I'll help as I can, but you've managed to do something not many people can do. You're getting an average of 20 people, 25 people on a day?
Uh-huh.
That's fucking amazing. There's something you're doing right, but there's also some things that you're doing wrong. And those things are kind of scary that we gotta fix, and as soon as we fix them, we're good to go, But back to the conversation about Kale. A lot of disrespect's been coming to my way about Kale and him, and I would like to add him to the call so I can talk to him about this as well. But basically, Kale legit said about Rex that retard is resigning, is what Zell, that's the quote that Zell said. Kale said it was good that he resigned, man. That's, that's just not good, because once that spreads out, so you can see that the community is just like, well, that's not good for the management side, You're like, oh shit. That's a bad look for us, and we don't want that kind of look on the server. Are you following?
Uh-huh.
Are you good?
Uh-huh.
Yes?
Just trying to do like a lot of things at once.
That's why I didn't want to... Alright.
No, I'm listening. I'm definitely listening. I've heard everything you said.
I would prefer, Pinky, if we could just have a time where we sit down and we can talk without stuff going on. Are you running an event right now?
No. I'm getting a response to your problem
From who?
from me.
Oh. You're giving a response to my... Wait, what? Alright, can I go on to the next point?
Go ahead. Still listen.
Alright, awesome. So, staff are getting a little bit of privilege, over the player base, and I think that's kind of obvious. I think that's something you've probably seen by now. Honestly, I think one of the biggest problems on the server is staff and the lack of organization / communication. A problem I see, with Kale is, if you can't handle a situation, you get frustrated, angry about something, that's just not something great for, a person who's in head of staff power. They're setting an example for the staff team, and them setting an example is really important. You want your staff team to stay strong, so you have to have someone who can hide their, it fucking sucks. Being staff, it sucks. And you have to hide kind of the truth about what the situation is. Even if you absolutely hate a person, you gotta hide that truth. What if, God, fucking Doom? I hate the guy. He scammed people out of a lot of money. But I'm not gonna treat him differently because he's on the server
Wait,
having fun, What's that?
Madoki?
Wait, is that not... Alright, well, one of the... Doom Commander? Maybe it's not Doom Commander.
Yeah, Madoki is Doom Commander.
Well, maybe it's Madoki. I don't know.
Madoki's too stupid to scam people out of money.
Well, maybe it's 41st. Darth.
Free? Viral?
No, it's Darth Violet. I guess he lost
Oh,
his
he
name
got
or something.
removed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got removed.
I hated the guy, but I would never have treated him differently than anyone else, and that's something that Kale doesn't do. And that's something that we gotta really, I think, deal with, or just stuff like that, man. It's not good. If you can't handle a situation without removing your bias, if you can't handle the situation staying chill and collected and not angry, because I've literally not met the guy, and the first thing that he does is he teleports to me and he yells at me and he gives me a bad attitude. It's the first thing I know, and that's the first reputation he gives me. That's not someone I'm going to want to talk to, and that does not give a good look to the server or anyone. It put me in a shitty ass mood right away. I drove 3 hours to get on the servers earlier than I was going to. I was going to be on tomorrow. My vacation was supposed to continue till Sunday, but I came here earlier to get shit done, and I got treated like ass. So that wasn't very fun, and especially since that's happening to more players. I could care less if you talk absolute shit. It sucks, but if it's being towards the players, that's not good. Yeah, and taking, you can't, if you can't deal with it, you shouldn't be, if you can't, let's say you can't deal with the sit, don't take the sit.
You there? Hello?
Yes, I'm here.
Ah.
So, I don't know. I think we're good on Kale, and that might pop up if my memory comes back. We talked about a lot of stuff. I want to talk a little bit about staff again, and continuing on to staff, about promotions of staff. That is a situation which is kind of weird. Let me actually look at an example of some people who joined staff and got promoted really quickly, and that's what we're going to be talking about. Basically, one of the situations... Oh god, where's my fucking notes, dude? Right, here it is. Okay. The promotions. The staff are being promoted faster than the players. The example of this is Gree, Kale, and Reese. Those players got promoted pretty goddamn quickly. And their staff, while normal players don't get promoted nearly as fast unless they are in the 501st Battalion. And then some staff that came to my attention through Mezzy, because he's been in like literally every single goddamn staff sit, was that some of the staff are very biased. I don't really know who... It's not as bad as it used to be, apparently, but the staff were being biased. And basically it was like, you know, if there's a CT on the server, you don't like the CT, and then there's a staff member on the server, and it's staff, and it's an RDM case, and both of them are calling out for RDM, what would happen is they would choose the person who's a CT over the staff. I also want to talk about players being rewarded. So, also, fucking Doggo and Phoenix are people. I miss those two. And we'll get into staff promotions, like moderator to admin as well in a second. And then we'll have Pinky, would you say that we live in an instant gratification world, or no?
God, no.
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 You don't. All right. Well, I'm gonna say we do. That was... You ruined my fucking point, Pinky. So look, I mean, whenever you open up your phone, right, and you go to YouTube, you're gratified. You know, you're fucking like, oh hell yeah, I got a video to watch instantly, just like that. That's where we live. You know, you're getting constant gratification whenever you're playing a game, but you're having to sit there. You don't get rewarded for what you do. That's something that we should probably also figure out as well. The staff promotions. Staff are being promoted from T-Mod to Mod way too fast. Phoenix from T-Mod to Mod in the matter of like 4 days, you know? Yeah. And Doggo was promoted from moderator to admin in like 3 days. So that's a yikes, you know? That's, you know, I mean, I think that should be something that's kind of huge. I did talk to you about staff at one point about promoting people. I don't know if you remember that, but we talked about that one too, and how we should, you know, how being promoted from like moderator to admin should be a huge amount of time, and it should be a big event. All right, what else do we have here? I would like to get rules structured today, if that's possible, Pinky. And I'd like to get a lot of stuff done about Kale, because that's every single person who I've talked to, 7 people agree that Kale should not be in his position of power. And, you know, I don't know the guy enough, but my first impressions of the guy isn't positive at all. So, yeah, I don't know, Pinky, what do you think? Did you not? What do you mean?
There's nothing we can really do about it.
What do you mean? I just told you what we can do.
Well, what part are you talking about right now? Because I'm focusing on one part, but what part are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Are you talking about either staff or Kale?
Both. We're talking about staff, Kale, the community, promotions.
Well, I know, but when you say that, which one are you talking about, like, directly? Like,
We're
staff?
mostly talking
Kale?
about Kale.
Okay.
Let's just talk about Kale for right now. Yeah?
Okay, that's easier, because if we're talking about, like, 3 different things, I'm gonna lose.
Yeah, small brain, Pinky. Alright, I'm sorry.
You wanna die?
So, alright. Kale. You listened to what I said about Kale, right?
Yeah.
So you can say what I said about Kale?
Is true or not?
Well, no. But do you know can you repeat what I said about Kale?
Like, all the reports of people, and, like, how he treats other people, and your first impressions of him and stuff like that?
Sure.
Your first impressions aren't good, people don't like that he got promoted quickly?
Alright, you weren't paying any attention.
I was paying attention, that's exactly what you said.
No.
Those were the 2
Okay,
main points.
So, here's the main points. Kale's a hothead, and the other
Oh, I
main
forgot
point
that one.
was he's a hothead. That's the main point is
Okay,
that
so I forgot one out of the 3. Okay.
the main point is that he can't maintain his cool. And if he can't maintain his cool, he's biased. He's biased. He's not,
Uh-huh.
you know, so, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What?
I said E.
E.
Yee. Y-E.
Alright, well,
That's
So-
my yes. Small brain. Just
you
it's better
agree.
just to go with
So
it.
you agree that if you're biased and you get angry really easily and then you pass it on to a bunch of staff to deal with your situations and your problems isn't very good for head staff?
Yeah. I can agree with that, yeah.
Okay. Pinky, I don't know if you were there on SGN, but you know Dog, I think he's on the server now also. That was kind of the death of SGN, was Dog acting in that way. Was kind of why SGN died. That wasn't the only reason, but that was one of the main reasons. It was
Mhm.
Staff are gonna take, I mean, let's be real, you know, if you're trying to be promoted to staff, you're gonna take what the head of staff does and you're gonna apply it to yourself so you act more like the head of staff, and so you can get promoted. So giving a bad representation as head of staff isn't really good. I've also never seen a single staff member take an admin sit, so, you know, that's not good either. I mean, well, Twix, I know Twix took some admin sets. For sure, Twix did. I know, Corvo did. Doggo did. But I didn't see, you know, whenever something pops up that's, like, simple, it's not, like, instant response, it's slow, and someone else gets handed the job. And that's something that Kale does, and I believe that's something that, the staff are following. Him do. So, what do you think about Kale right now in that situation?
To be honest, I don't really know. He's helped me out a ton. I know the server wouldn't run without him. At least right now, the server literally wouldn't run without him.
Okay. Why?
Because he's doing, like, 1% of stuff I need him to do.
So
And that
the
makes my
server-
job easier.
The server can't run because he's doing 1% of your work. Why don't you go... That doesn't make sense.
He's just making it easier. He's making life easier for me. I don't have to worry about staff. I don't have to worry
I'm
about
not-
accepting them.
I am serious, Pinky. I'm sorry, but I don't think he's. Are you sure he's doing what he's doing? Because I know a few of the staff members have said multiple times that he'll go to a staff sit and then he'll bring trial mods and moderators over to him and then say deal with the sit and leaves him alone, doesn't tell him any of the story or anything. So is it Kale that's making your life easier, or is it the staff team that's making your life easier?
I'm not sure.
That might be an organization problem, Pinky.
But for now, there's, like I said, there's nothing we can really do.
We can't talk to him? That's not possible?
Well, it is, but nobody has any proof. This is all hearsay. If they had videos of this stuff, and they had, like, you know, concrete evidence,
I mean,
then I would do something.
well, that's strange, because, I mean, don't we, in an admin sit, don't we only go off of two people's perspective? In an admin sit, there's, like, two people's perspective, right?
No, in our admin sits, we never do anything unless someone provides proof.
Not what I've seen.
But-
Here's the situation, right, Pinky? There are 7 people, or, well, there's 6 people who agree on the same topic. That's a lot of goddamn people. And I bet there's more people. If it's this big of a problem, we're gonna bring it up. You know, I don't want this standing still, because if it's making 6 people want to quit the server, that's a fucking huge number of the population. That's a lot of people, dude. We're not that big. You know, if we lose 6 people, man, we're back to the very beginning.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you. I'm not saying we're not going to do anything. I just said there's nothing we can do right now. It's not going to stand still. We're definitely going to watch him.
Deal with it now.
But what can we do? It's not like we can demote him. He's been helping me out so much.
Is it the
Without
staff
him,
team that's,
I'm
you
l-
don't know. Dude, I can.
But I do.
Fucking,
Look
your
at-
staff team is the most badass staff team I've ever seen. You know, GGN staff team, they were cool, but your team, like, do exactly as you say instantly. You tell them to run, they fucking run, you know? They're gonna get their work done. I believe it's the staff team that's really putting you in a better position. I don't think, honestly, what I've been told, man, Kale, you know, every single time I see this, this has happened on multiple occasions, because I mean, I've seen him just, he'll jail people on top of the ship and then it leaves. And then I get called and this is admin abuse, you know, this happens constantly. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
they're all, yeah, that's something that's constantly happening. You know, he's taking the load off of you, but he's putting pressure onto the staff team, and he's also putting pressure onto the player base, and now they're all getting stressed out, and they're like, well, what the fuck? I don't want to leave this at a standstill, you know, I don't want to leave a situation like this untouched for a while. I would like to get this done, like, right away. The sooner you get something dealt with, the happier players are going to be. They're going to be like, fuck yeah, you know, we're not stressed anymore, you know, something's going on the server. They're talking. They're working on shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but he's most active on the forums by far. For the times I have seen him, he usually is pretty level-headed.
But you're also
The
the
whole
owner.
s-
People are scared of the owner. They're gonna not show you. They're not gonna let you see the true side of him. And you know that.
Yeah, but if I can't see them, the bad side of him, then I can't really do anything.
There's 6 people who are telling you the bad side. That are too afraid. I mean, I know some of them are too afraid to tell you because you're such in a high position of power. They're like, what the fuck, you know? They're not gonna say anything.
Well, then I can't really do anything if they don't say anything.
They're telling me now. They're telling me, so I'm telling you. I've recorded everything they've said.
Okay, well then can you add some of them to here?
I mean, I can message them and I can ask them if I can add them.
Yeah, because I can't do anything on hearsay. I have to have.
Well, I
things
have
ask.
proof. I recorded everything that was said in that call, and it was like an
Well,
hour
I
of
mean,
everything.
first of all, it kind of makes me
Jesus Christ.
question
Okay,
what.
I'm adding people. They're fucking spamming me. They want added. All right, what's that, Pinky?
Hold on. Before you do, first of all, it kind of makes me question what information they gave you. Because, first of all, whatever Umbra told you was a complete and utter lie.
Umbra didn't tell me that.
Umbra didn't tell you that about how he didn't say his name?
No.
Well, still, somebody told you they didn't tell him his name, and
You have solid proof of that though, video agent. So
yeah, I do.
cool. Well, then we can send that to chat. I'm gonna add the people who want to be added. This person and who? This person? Oh, I can't add that person.
Oh
Odd.
my god, why can't I find this?
Oh, Jesus Christ, they're all fucking messaging me right now. They all want to talk right now. Well, not all of them, but some do. Okay, I'm gonna add you all. Or add, yeah, all of them. Twix. Pinky.
So,
Hablo español.
Alright, so these are some of the people who agree on the same thing. And right now, for you guys who just topped in, we're talking about Kale, and that's the only thing we've talked about, really. So I honestly, before we continue, let's start from like the left to right, and we'll have Twix tell your side of the story and everything that you know about Kale and why you don't think he's fit for his current position.
Okay. So,
Don't
I go
scream,
back with
Twix.
Kale.
yeah.
Okay, so I know Kale from other communities. Okay? I know him from EGN. I know him from a couple others. Even on EGN, he was a hothead. He didn't, like, over the top hothead. You do one little thing wrong, he gets pissed at you. And from what I've seen on your server, Joker, from him, is him going, bringing people on top of the ship, jailing them, and leaving them sit there. Yeah, I get they're ninjas, but you don't do that. You talk to them and try to get them to ninja. He doesn't do that. He TPs them up, jails them, and leaves them sit there for like 30 fucking minutes and doesn't do shit about it. And then I go, because they call for staff, I go up and I try to deal with it, and I have no information on what went on. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, fuck, what do I do? And I try to ask Hooker, and he doesn't tell me shit. Like, he just says, oh, I jailed them up there to leave them. And I can't do shit because he's higher ranking. So what am I supposed to do? Nothing.
So, wait, why did you leave again, Twix?
I left because what happened is, I was using my jetpack gun ship. I didn't know that we weren't allowed anymore because Joker said we're allowed. And then it goes and changes all of a sudden. I didn't know. He said he removed me from JT because I switched my character to avoid being arrested when I switched my character because there was another naval doing medical training and I wanted to oversee them doing it to make sure they're doing it right and help them and help give them tips on it and stuff. That's not me avoiding arrest, that's me helping a naval. As a naval. And he goes and removes me from JT whitelist as staff when he shouldn't be doing that. The commander should be dealing with that, not the staff. That's a commander thing to deal with. That's between Shock and the regiment commander. That's not really a staff issue.
Wait, what did he remove you from?
501st Jet Trooper.
Hmm.
Should that
Saying
be done
I-
through the
say-
commander
saying-
and not staff?
Yes, it should. And saying that I abused jetpack when I didn't know that we're not allowed to use the jetpacks, and he said, well, it's a serious RP now, it should click in your head. Well, and then I said to him, well, it should click in your head because Joker said we're allowed to at first. And I didn't hear of nothing until you today, this morning, after the matter of fact that you said we're not allowed. That's the first time I've heard of that.
That's back to
Assassin.
Scratcher again.
And then he tried to fucking get pissed with me. So I said, fine, I'll help you. I'll leave the server. Goodbye. Left the server. Because of him. He's the reason I left. I have no problem with any other person on the server. He doesn't know how to deal with sits. That's his problem. He can't control his anger when he's in sits. He has trouble with it. He's always had.
Okay.
Say you're not allowed to do it, but I think you should get more our perspective from everyone before you promote someone to a staff, like higher staff. With Doggo, I've seen Doggo a lot on staff. Sure, admin, I don't care. But agree if he gets moderator, and Twix, for example. Twix has been helping you a lot. If you can't see it, I don't know. Fix, I'll just leave, and I feel like it's not been fixed yet. And Douglas told me he wants to talk. Sure, I don't mind. I want to help you. It's you're a good guy. The other, like staff, I don't know. That's the main issue for me. But that's it. I have nothing else to say.
Pinky.
Hmm?
Alright, what do you think now?
I mean, what happens in Reign of Kings kinda has to deal with its own thing.
That wasn't. I don't even think that was considered a point. I ain't gonna lie.
That wasn't the point. The point was that just his entire attitude.
Yeah, I mean, sadly, I can't really do anything. If you guys have proof or anything like that, send it to me. Because I
Yeah, I
will
don't-
talk to him about it, and I'll definitely say some things like, "Hey, guys, you gotta calm down a little bit." And
But see, here's the thing with me. I can't have proof of him talking behind my back, because behind my back.
well, Mezzy, kind of everyone talks.
Pissed me off for the last time.
Okay,
If I can
I'll
find
talk to him.
proof about him calling Merc a retard, yeah, there's gonna be some serious problems with me as well.
Well, it was voice chat. That's the thing.
Oh,
But the attitude he has towards me has, indicators from me. Like that's why I don't talk to him at all.
Like, Joker, don't get me wrong, like, I love the server, like, I like you, like, it's just Kale.
Don't lie, you love me.
I don't
I
think
do-
there's any
listen,
inherent problem.
Listen,
with the
Joker,
server.
Joker, I do love you, I love the server, it's just, Kale, I can't put up with him any longer. I put up with him on another community, and now I'm dealing with him doing this shit to me. I just can't do it anymore.
As an owner, I'm gonna be honest with you. As an owner, you gotta take a step. Like I know it might be scary. Like you might lose 50 people or not, but if you,
You
don't,
won't
that's-
Getting
yeah.
rid of Kale, you ain't gonna lose no one. Sure, he does the staff application, that's nothing.
I'm not trying to make. I'm not saying you should lose Kale. I'm saying you should deal with Kale. Like maybe get Kale in here, get a perspective from Kale. We don't have a perspective from Kale. No one has.
Yeah, Douglas, can you add Kale, please?
I don't. Like I said, I don't want this to be a one-side beating.
Here,
Like
But I just got
Holy fuck, I'll add
word
him,
that
I'll add
their
him.
41st trooper actually heard the conversation with Kale.
Again, I can't do anything like that. That doesn't work. I
What do
can't go up here and say
Hey, I have a question.
stuff like
Peter.
that just doesn't work.
I just wanted to
He
know,
needs
did
video
you hear
evidence,
anything
is what
about,
Yeah, if
never
it's
mind, I can't even use-
basically
never mind.
anything that's someone said this, someone said that, I'm not gonna do anything with it.
well, you can't do anything with it.
There you go, I
Yeah.
added Kale for you.
yeah. Well, once again, we should get his perspective before we do.
You added him to the wrong group. Smart one.
Oh, fuck, did I?
Intelligent.
And he's in there alone. Like,
Well, I'm sorry, I'm in like
Fucking
6
hell.
fucking groups, okay?
That sounds kind of like a personal problem, to be honest.
yeah.
Fuck off. I hate you.
You
I can't even add him to this group. Oh wait, yes I can.
sounds like
Yeah.
a personal problem.
That's pretty bloody, dude.
That's alright there, he's in the right group now.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Kale, are you there?
What is this?
Hablo español. Cinco de Mayo.
This is the memers chat, bro.
Okay, well, we kind of got to talk about everything that's gone on between everyone. That's why you're all here. Nobody's in trouble or anything like that. We just kind of got to talk and see what's going on. I'm gonna let Douglas go for a little bit because he has everything, and personally, I'm in the middle of something.
Alright, so I was given a lot of stuff and I was talking to a few people and a lot of people were just unhappy on the server. I was like, oh shit, I've been gone for the past few days, so let's figure out what's happening. Let me message a few people. Let's figure out what's going on. And one rabbit hole led to like 6 others. And basically it was most of them, each person had a report against Kale. Or you, yes. Every grade on almost the same exact topic, besides, I think, one person. His just wasn't, he didn't have enough experience, but he had experience with his friends constantly talking about it before even the situation occurred. And
Well, we gotta take in the fact of the matter is, too, I've gotten a lot of good reports about Kale, too, so...
Why is Twix in here?
Because he's
Twix
one of the
is
people
here.
that are
Ah, okay.
brought this up.
Right, and I've gotten nothing but reports on Twix too, so...
Well, he's not a part of the staff team anymore, so I guess that's good. I don't know. That doesn't mean you can't. Alright.
I know, like I said,
I just
nobody's
need to
trouble.
know what the fucking reports are, and that's it.
Oh, cool. So you're taking control now. Alright, let's go ahead. Go ahead, Kill.
Just tell me what the reports are.
This is
Well-
the main issue.
Yeah, that's the problem
This
right there.
is the main issue.
Alright,
right
I'll
now.
talk to you later. I'm gonna let you take control, and I'm gonna go get work done, because that already pissed me off.
What, Douglas, I don't have the reports, you do. You have to
Douglas,
stay here.
people were
Everyone else has
complaining
the
about you not
reports.
cloaking yourself. That's why I asked you to cloak yourself.
Kale,
That's
I
not
had
what I
people
care about,
complain-
Kale.
Okay, well,
listen,
guys,
listen,
guys,
Let's not
guys,
scream. Let's
Let's
not
stop.
guys, stop talking.
Hold on.
Okay,
I'm
so what's going to happen? No, I'm taking control now. So what's going to happen is everything is going to get swept under the table. The past day, the past actions, the past words that were said, they weren't said. Twix, if you want to, you can come back to the staff team, but you're going to be on an extremely thin leash. None of the reports against Kale are going to count, because first of all, Kale's had a lot of good reports as well. And all of this is just going to go away. For now. I will look into everything personally. I'll get all the reports put together, and then I'll see if I need to do something. But for now, we're just going to drop this, because first of all, it's not good for us to do this. We are all very active players on this server, and if we all start getting pissed at each other, and even one of us leaves, that's going to greatly decrease the amount of players.
I've already left the server.
Mezzi's
Ma-
gone, Twix is gone. I don't
Mezzi.
know if Rex is staying much longer.
Mezzi, you kind of got banned.
Oh yeah, that was because
I
I
don't
didn't-
know.
that's
Mezzi
'cause
Mezzi
I
got
wanted
banned
to
because he
leave.
didn't really want to be on the server anymore, and he got pissed off, and then, he kind of RDM'd a few people, and then I banned him. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I wanted to go out the big boom.
Fuck sakes, fucking.
But it's the
Sped
exact
out, dude.
same way that it's the exact same thing that happened on FBM. So,
But
was
anyways, it's just we're gonna just put it behind us, because all that I can see happening in the next 40 minutes in this call that it would last for is just fighting. That's all I can see. No, nothing's gonna get solved. So we're just gonna put it behind us. I'll deal with it. Twix,
Oh.
you're allowed to come back.
Joker,
Rex,
you already know what I said.
I don't know what you said.
You already know what I said.
I don't
He's
know.
not gonna come back until you fix the situation. That's what he said.
Well, this
And-
is me fixing it, so if you want to come back, you can. If not,
This
then
isn't
that's your
fixing it.
choice.
Like this was the
This
situation
is
we all
avoiding the
had.
situation, Pinky. I
Yeah.
Yeah.
First
this
thing
is-
literally, Pinky, all I wanted you to do was take in every single person's perspective, and I wanted it just to be simple. We gathered the perspective of each player,
I
and then
know,
we can
but you
figure out a
gathered the
decision with that
perspective
person.
of people that don't like Kale at the moment. So how is this fair to Kale?
No one
I
said
can
we
bring
don't
in
like.
We
Guys,
look, Pinky, you
I
gathered the
enforce the
perspective from one
rules.
person,
You're not
and then you gathered
supposed
the
to like
perspective for
me.
another. And once you get both perspectives from both sides, right now we're starting with the side against him. Then we go to the side with him.
I
And then you
know,
bring
but that's
them
why
together
I'm
and you find the
saying
negatives and positives.
I'm not sweeping this under the rug. That's why I'm saying I
That's
will
what you
deal
said
with
that you
it
were gonna do.
later. I said for now, and then I'm going to get more info.
Pinky,
That's exactly what
no,
I said.
I doubt it.
You doubt it, Douglas.
Yeah,
you
Pinky,
haven't been
Pinky.
here. I've been running the server by myself, basically. Gecko's been inactive. You've been on vacation. I've been running this shit by myself.
This is the problem, though.
I have literally been running this all by myself. Trust me, I can handle it. It's not my first big staff report, and it's not my first big staff problem. I've done this a while. I have more hours in this game than you do, I bet, and I bet all of those, literally all of that is staffing. Trust me, I will handle it. As players of my server, I promise you, players and staff members, I promise you, I will handle it. Trust me, I can do it. I'm a big boy with big pants and a big room.
Yeah, but how long is it gonna take?
Well, it'll probably take a few days because I gotta talk to everyone. I gotta see what my staff team thinks. I gotta see what the GMs think. I gotta see what the users think. It's not gonna be like, you gathered 5 people in a Discord call and all of them said, well, Kale, bad boy.
Yeah, these
I
are
can't do
5
anything.
active players, though.
Those are
You can-
But
5
you're
people
5
who agree
active
on the
players
same
that
thing,
don't
not
have
all
any-
of them. So we're gonna keep him on the staff team. But these are the people who I found just for now. It's the people who are against him, as I have not really been able to find anyone who are for him yet, as I have not been asking around.
Well, one of your game masters are now resigning as well, though.
And a lot of people have been coming to me. I don't know why people are coming to me as soon as I get on, but everyone's come to me. They're like, yo, there's fucking problems. And then once something happens, someone tells me something. Someone in ARC tells me something. And then I'm like, oh, well, that's the problem. Let me go speak to them. And then that's how I got to Rex. And then that's how a shit ton of more people got brought in.
Like what I'm trying to say is, Kale is out now. I don't care. He just left the call. Shows the main problem we have. He just left. What I'm trying to. That's why I wanted you to add him to the call so we could see what he thinks. I did not want people to attack. I wanted you to ask him, what does he think?
In the end,
I have played here for 100 fucking hours.
like Joker, I
This
ain't gonna
server.
lie to you. When Kale said he had reports about Douglas, I've had a number of reports from people Kale jailed and left.
He's had one
sitting in
report
there
on me.
for 20 minutes.
Like, this is the problem. We're pointing fingers. We're not fixing the issue. This is the problem. This is why I want Joker to handle the situation. It's not why I want you, because you guys are biased against him. Personally, I don't care about Kale. Like, you do.
I don't
you
know
do
the
you
guy.
Here's a
He-
big
this-
step up,
He
though.
just yelled at me
I
and I'm
know
like, the
him.
fuck?
Look, we're still screaming in each other's mouth.
So,
What I'm trying to say to Joker is, Joker, if you could, bring him, and I don't care, it could be me, Douglas, Twix, and you could talk. You get the perspective from that guy and that guy. You get 2 perspectives, and you get the info you need. I said I was gonna leave on Thursday. You told me to stay till you fixed it. I don't know when you're fixing it. The staff. Douglas said he had a bad perspective of me till he talked to me.
Yep.
Like, I'm being shit talked by staff. I'm being shit treated by staff. And I'm helping your server as much as staff do. I'm not the only commander who's left, clearly.
Huh?
I'm not. Zealous wants to leave now. You know, he also has the same issues as me. Zealous, your new commander and game master, wants to leave. I'm clearly not the only person with issues
Wasn't
when it
this
comes
also
to staff.
Corvo as well?
Nah, Corvo just got burnt out.
Yeah, I guess he got burned out.
Okay, well, alright.
I find that hard to believe because Corvo can
Awesome.
go strong on a server for a good fucking year. I know that.
I don't like pointing fingers. I never do. I want to get everyone's perspective. That's why I said putting kill here.
And that's what
So
we
if you
tried
could,
doing, but
if you
See,
could,
the big thing in this is I've known Kale longer than any of them. That's a big thing.
I'm back.
I know
What's
what
going
he
on?
is.
this is the issue right now we have. We're still pointing fingers. Like, no, I know Kale for this long. Doesn't matter how long you know him. It's how we do with it. That's why I want Joker to handle it. That's not why I don't want you to scream at him. I got reports. No, you got reports. No, I got reports. It doesn't fucking matter how many reports you have. It matters right now. A person like me, Douglas, you, Joker, we have a lot of time on the server. Fuck, they have more time than most staff. It's time. Time doesn't matter. Time matters a lot on a small server. I see what everyone does. But, you know, if you're not gonna fix it, I might as well fucking leave, you know? I'm wasting my time here, you know?
And
Yeah.
that's up to you.
And it is up to me. You asked me to stay. You asked me to stay, and you said you're gonna fix it. And I trusted you, and I don't know if it's fixed. I've not seen a staff meeting yet, you know?
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter is, I'm busy enough as it is, and I know this is a problem that's affecting some players, but Kale does a lot more good for the server than bad. And I will definitely talk to him, don't get me wrong, like I said, I will handle it, but I can't do anything now. All I got out of you guys right now are words and stuff with...
Joker, he legit
All I
boosted my
did-
probation period for trial mod till after this weekend because Zell told him that I said something and he had no evidence. Zero
Okay.
evidence. So why would that give him the rights to boost?
So-
But
Well,
we're
that's a
out
good
of-
thing for you, there, Mezzy.
Yeah.
Actually, I've gotten warned by him once.
Who haven't you been warned
wouldn't
by?
count that.
I don't have many warrants, actually. I only have 2.
but a 3-week fucking ban.
But anyways, Joker, thank you for talking to us. If you're gonna fix it, I trust you. But if I still see staff doing what staff regularly does to me, it's not like, you know, nothing stopping
Okay.
me from leaving. You know, believe it or
I'll
not.
do something if Twix comes back.
Well, you heard him, Twix.
Well, I ain't come back till you deal
He
with
says
this
he's
shit
gonna do
because-
something if you come back. Give him moderator at least. I'd say.
So I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna work my ass off, banning more fucking ninjas, doing the shit Kale should be doing, dealing with the people
Well,
he
you're
leaves
proving
up in
your
the
point.
fucking sky.
You're proving your
Like,
point. You're
I'm
proving your
done.
point.
I'm done dealing with the sits and the people he leaves up sitting in the like the ULX jail. I'm done sitting up there, asking them what the fuck happened, dealing with them when he takes them, jails them up there, and then I have to go deal with them because they won't fuck
can't-
off and stop spamming tickets.
You can't ask him
I'm
for
done
his
with that
perspective.
shit.
Joker, you can't tell him, can he come in here and talk for 1 minute? Without without pointing fingers.
I ain't talking.
Well,
to
he
Kale,
came in
because
here
I'll tell
and
you
pointed
one thing.
finger. Yeah, you don't
Right
have to
now,
talk to him. You don't have to talk.
Him targeting me and then saying he got shit on Douglas, I could go off on him right now and bring a whole bunch of shit on him.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, I have no bias towards Kale. Like, I don't know Kale. If we leave, maybe you do. I don't care. I like the players here. I think they deserve